What's up, guys? Welcome back to Race Car Madness. As you guys know, I blew up my transmission over the weekend, and well, I guess we better start the teardown process. I'm gonna be sitting here working on this thing, seeing if I can get the transmission out. Let me get right back to you when I get it out, and go from there. All right. Well, that was a nightmare. I got the damn transmission out. It's actually over there on the forklift. But I got the transmission out. I got to take out the torque converter. I should have took out the torque converter with the transmission, but I didn't. I got to pull the starter, get the torque converter bolts out so I can drop the torque converter. This thing's filthy as can be under here because my last mudding adventure, so I'm going to be power washing it under here. Hey, Travis. He has his little wrenches with me. But I had a massive oil leak, so I thought it was my turbo leaking because I did install the 64mm Valley turbo in there. But my turbos end up not being what's leaking. My valve cover gasket is leaking. I don't know if you guys see that. Alright guys, guess what? I got the torque converter out. That was a bitch and a half. Guess who showed up? Hey! So we got the torque converter in the used new trans, 4-wheel drive trans. We're getting ready to put it in right now. So that's our goal right now, is to put this trans in. So, you ready?
I'm excited. I'm ready to put this thing in.
You've never done a trans, huh?
No, dude. We never even dropped it. When we just did the torque converter, I've never done that either.
Wow, yeah. So, then you know, when all our projects are on the back burner right now to get this thing done. So, let's get it done.
Gotta get the daily going.
Right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like the buzzer on a fucking...
We got it up after how many times? 4 or 5 times of fucking taking it out, trying to realign it, taking it out. It's because this isn't super lined up or flush with the
There's
floor.
a big hole right here in the floor,
yeah,
you know, a
so
storm drain that broke, so... But
so that was fun.
You want to tell them the embarrassing part, why we couldn't get it in?
I almost don't, but the fuck...
We didn't have the torque converter in the transmission.
So it was banging up against the flywheel, and when we were trying to push it in and tighten it up, we thought it just wasn't aligned, but the torque converter was hitting the flywheel, so we just couldn't get it up. But it's in now, and it's all lined up. We're just kind of getting all the bolts back in, and
we're gonna get this cross piece in, this cross member in. We're gonna raise it up in there, and then we're gonna tighten all these bolts. But we gotta get weight under this so it holds the transmission in there, so it doesn't end up breaking the motor mounts by dropping the trans down. But oh my god, guys, look.
For real. Mine aren't as bad, but that was pretty fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. So let's get this cross brace in. We'll get right back to you guys.
All right, here we go.
All right, guys. So my camera memory card actually ended up being full, so I wasn't able to finish the video yesterday. This is a new day. I think I got the clip of us putting in the transfer case. I'm gonna give you guys a rundown of what happened and my fuck up and my failure, and everybody can laugh at me. I'm gonna cram this all into one video because the swap, I really want to show you guys the Viper. So next video will be the Viper. Since it was Thanksgiving, I took a day off and I didn't bother getting a video uploaded on Thursday. Okay, so I got the truck back up on the lift, which is awesome. I started putting trans fluid in the truck. I asked O'Reilly's how much trans fluid goes in a 2003 Chevy Silverado Duramax. They told me 20 quarts. Well, I got 16 quarts in it, and then it started fucking pissing everywhere. And as you can see, these things have overflows at the top of them. And come to find out, it only takes 12.5 quarts to fill my transmission. So I had 4 quarts too much in this, and it started pissing out of the overflow, and I couldn't figure it out until I got here today, and I realized my fuck up. Too much of in a rush. But what I need to get done is I ordered the wiring harness for the transfer case. The drive shafts I'm going to be dropping off in a couple days. I don't know when you guys will be seeing the video, so I'll probably already have them dropped off by the time you see this video. And I got to pull the starter out of my donor truck over there because my starter's been giving me fits for about 6 months, and then I'll get this one rebuilt just so I could have a backup starter, or I might just throw this one back in because it'll be a rebuilt starter. So kind of today what I have to do is the starter drain 4 quarts of trans fluid, and then I'm gonna fire it up and make sure everything's good, check the levels, and then that's all I could really do because I'm waiting on the wiring and the drive shafts. So I'll show you guys real quick. I do have the transmission in. I do have the transfer case in. So I'm pretty stoked about all this. I am gonna be ordering a new transfer case, but for right now I'm gonna be running this one. I'm gonna run a 273C, which is actually brings the transfer case out more, because right now the drive shaft's gonna be like this at an angle. Oh, another thing I have to do as well before I can measure my drive shaft is, I don't know if you guys see, but my front differential is kind of flat right now. I'm gonna have to adjust my torsion bars and bring them up to move this up, because everything right now, if you look at all my pinions, they're all kind of like leaning, and that's because my front axle, I never adjusted it. So because I didn't have 4-wheel drive, I didn't really worry about it. So I do need to do that as well. So stay tuned. I'm gonna start draining this trans fluid, and then I'll show you guys me pulling out the starter, getting the new starter in, and then possibly get a fire up on this video. Let's do it. Actually, before I check my fluid levels, just gotta make sure I'm not leaking anything. So far so good, guys. Alright, let's check the level. Woo! Alright, so this has been a long process. I try to jam this whole video in one, but I still need some stuff done to this truck. Like I said, I need drive shafts and wiring. So other than that, guys, she's done. Right now I'm degreasing it all, and I'm power washing the whole underneath side of the truck. That's kind of why I like the fact that my lift's outside. But yeah, so as I told you guys, though, it wasn't going in a park. I had a brain fart, and I was scrambling to put this thing together. I didn't end up tightening these 2 bolts, so this bracket was sitting there shaking, so it wasn't allowing me to go all the way into park. So that was a quick, easy fix. Transfer case, I should be getting the wiring harness sometime during the week, and hopefully I'll get my 2 drive shafts sometime during the week. But like I'm saying, guys, is I'm not going to be running this transfer case for very long. I'm going to be swapping to a 273C, I believe it is, meaning that it uses the same wiring harness as mine. It's all adapted to my housing. It's a Ford transfer case that actually comes over slightly more. I might have to move my my ABS module, but it comes over a little bit further, so it's straight on. Because right now with this one, my drive shaft's going to be crooked like that. So, but all right, I hope you guys enjoy this. Might as well give you guys a sneak peek of the Viper, huh? Here's the Viper. As you guys know, it's going to be being a frame off restoration at this point. Here's my new rims. That's all you guys get. Stay tuned for next video. Race Car Madness out. Like, comment, subscribe.